Welcome back, True Seeker. Friday Night Live Sports Decodes. Let me make sure we're up and running here. See, somebody wants to do the Heisman Trophy decode. Can do that. Wait for more people to get in here. All right, somebody said Heisman Trophy. Last year it was Baker Mayfield, whose name equals 239, winning it 239 days after his birthday. See what we got this year. All right, so we got Tua from Alabama, Kyler Murray from Oklahoma, and Ohio State's Dwayne Haskins. So those are our top three favorites, huh? All right, let's look at the three guys. Let's see, what's the date of the award this year? All right, so it's tomorrow. All right. So we'll look at the date, and then we'll measure from the birthdays and look at these men's names. All right, so let's go through it one by one. In the world. $281 days. That's the 60th prime. Prime. Spelled it wrong. His name, Gematria. Tua. Turn that off. How old is Tua? 20. His birthday's the 61st day of the year, the 18th prime. I know he just got hurt last week, so that hurts his odds. All right, Kyler Murray. Murray's got that gematria 33 like Heisman. August 7th. He's a little bit older. 123 days. All right. And Wayne Haskins. May 3rd. Anybody in the chat wants to look it up, what would be helpful to know is what award ceremony this is for the Heisman, how many times the award's been given out. So what number will it be this year? Doesn't look like it's going to be as obvious as last year with Baker Mayfield, his name being 239 and 239 days from his birthday. I know it's historically juniors tend to win it. Not always, but a lot of juniors have won it. Junior's the year in college that has the gematria of 33 like Heisman. So trophy connects to 60. Because remember, Tua's birthday was 281 days, the 60th prime. All right, let's see what they did there. So Alabama had their most productive offensive season in history. It's a pretty big accomplishment considering how dominant their program's been. And he's on pace to break Baker Mayfield's record, who just won it last year. The thing about Murray and Sooners is in the most pure cipher, Murray's 33, Sooners is 33, Heisman's 33. So he's got good numbers there. All right, so they're saying Murray has been more valuable to his team than Tua has to Alabama. You got to love that he finished with 47 touchdowns playing for Ohio. It's Ohio State, but still Ohio equals 47. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. He ends it with the word legend, which is a word with gematria 47 too. That's interesting. Legend is 47 with the alphabetic order, like Ohio. I'm just scanning over these numbers real quick to see if anything else pops out. Dwayne Haskins, 153 as well, the 17th triangular, like Ohio's the 17th state. Tua's name has nice connections to Trophy because Trophy's 39 like Tua, 167. His last name's 39th prime. And then the way his birthday lines up, coming 281 days after the 60th prime and Trophy 60, that jumps out in a big way. Birmingham is 58. Alabama land. Alabama's 31. Coming back to the date numerology. Let's check the other teams. Buckeyes, Ohio State, Buckeyes, Oklahoma. Oklahoma's also 31. I forgot to look up how old was Haskins? So the only one of them that's 20 is Tua. 20-day numerology. Oklahoma Sooners. Alabama Crimson Tide. What's the let's see what these teams' records were. Ohio State lost one game, is that right? Oklahoma's 12-1. Ohio State 12-1. Alabama undefeated, right? 18-0. Let me come to the chat, see if anybody oh, Bama's in Tuscaloosa. My fault. I was thinking they were in Birmingham. Who's in Birmingham? What's Tuscaloosa? Tuscaloosa AL's 131 too, huh? Alabama. All right. All right, take that back. What's up, Tommy? Yeah, yeah. Tua and Murray seem to have the best alignment for the award. It does seem like Tua has the best alignment overall. I just wonder, you know, that narrative about the Oklahoma quarterback being more valuable for his team. Tomorrow's the week 14 picks, Anthony. We do that every Saturday. We have a group discussion, and then I put out a quick picks for people who don't have time for the group discussion. Just going over this again, see if anything that I'm skipping over with my eyeballs. Did anyone find out what award number it is? How many Heisman trophies have been awarded? 81 times. This is correct. All right, most Heismans? Notre Dame, USC, Ohio State, University of Oklahoma. So they got the history on. So it's Alabama that trails on this list. Auburn's won more than Alabama. Huh. All right, hold up. The fact that Oklahoma won it last year makes me think that, they wouldn't do it back-to-back years the same school. Derrick Henry, the year he won it, Alabama was in the championship game 31 days later. Alabama 31. All right. Mark Ingram. So Alabama's won it twice in the last decade. Oklahoma. Ohio State. Last time Ohio State got it 2006. See how many times Alabama won it. Oh, Alabama's only won it 2 times, huh? Back to Tua's name. Last year was so easy. This year is it's a little trickier. I'd say Tua has the best alignment this year. I don't know if they'd punish him because he got injured in the last game, but the date's nice for Alabama, and it's nice for Tua's age. And again, he's got that special alignment with his birthday, 281 days after the 60th prime trophy 60. Kyler Murray's got the name, though. Let me see. Let's say what year he is in school. Is he a sophomore? He is a sophomore. Okay. How about Kyler Murray? I want to see if any of these guys are a junior. Kyler Murray, what year is he in school? Kyler Murray is a junior. I know that historically the juniors win it the most. Not always, but the most. Junior's the year that sums to 33 like Heisman. And Dwayne Haskins. Sophomore. So we only got one junior, and it's Kyler. All right. Well, Murray's got the name and the right grade level and the right school. But Tua has the most dominant Alabama season ever, and Alabama has won significantly less trophies. So I think I favor Alabama for that reason. They got the date numerology. They got the right birthday alignment with Tua. He's got the best birthday alignment, I think. Let me double check. The schools don't fit into these riddles here with these teams. If Alabama loses in the championship game, they'll have that 13 and is that true? They probably have a game before the championship. They're already 13-0. To wait and see on that one. There, we got a phone call. Let's see what's going on here. Hello?
Zach.
Yeah.
How you doing, bro? And you online now? You go to live broadcast now?
Yeah, I'm doing the Friday Night Live sports decodes.
Well, I'm coming home late and I'm just waking up. And I'm looking at your interview with I don't know what it is, with two guys that you're doing the interview. I'm doing the knowledge to it now. I'm studying it. And I'm looking at it now, and I just realized something about what y'all saying about the end game and David Icke. Y'all need to bring up the new Avenger movie. Y'all might bring it up. I don't know. I'm still doing the knowledge to it. But in the end game, Thanos snap took away, a lot of the population, like y'all said. And I'm looking at it. That ain't no coincidence. They call it the end game.
Well, what's the movie called? Avengers?
It's called the end game. Avengers, the end game.
I'll look it up. Hey, I gotta go back to the live stream right now because there's people in here that really want to do this. We only got so much time, but you can call me back.
Okay, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna do more knowledge on what's going on. Okay.
All right. Take care, man. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Sorry about that. I thought somebody was in the chat. It's being held at the Marriott Marquis. Is that the typical location where it's at? I just wonder if that's the usual location. Well, we know that MM is, the 13th letter, right, Ronald? And Tua's got the 13-letter name. He wears the number 13. He had the big 13 ritual winning the championship last year. Last year was a straight shot. Last year was just easy to see. Baker Mayfield, 239 days after his birthday. Those numbers were so relevant to the football season last year. This one's a little dicier, but I got to say, based on what we're looking at right there, Tua's got the alignment. Hey, caller.
Yeah, Zach, it's being held at the Marriott Marquis in New York City. Did you look into that to see if there's any connection?
Well, we were just pointing out the MM letters, M the 13th letter. Do you know if that's the location where it always is?
No, I don't know that. I just read that that's where it'll be tomorrow. I mean, whenever it's being held.
Okay. Let's see. It's got 103 gematria. One of these quarterbacks had a 27 name. Let me see. 103 is the 27th prime. It was Haskins that had the 27 connection. I think he's the odd guy out between these three guys. Watch me be wrong, but seems like it's got to be Tua or Murray.
Yeah, it's the 84th too. You know that? I read it's the 84th.
The 84th Heisman?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good to know.
I think it started in 1905.
Okay, that's good to know. Going back and just looking to see if anybody had a connection to that number. I'd want to know if it's typically at the same venue, but
I'll look and then I'll let you know.
Okay.
I'll see if, okay, bye.
All right, thanks. But yeah, just the MM letters on that hotel. 2 is Mr. 13. So it was at the Marriott Marquis last year as well. Okay. That's probably where they typically have it then. And now Baker Mayfield went on to play for the Cleveland Browns 83. Football 83. Well, it doesn't look like there's a chance at a 38th school joining the list this year. We did have 38 date numerology. But all 3 of the schools with the finalists, they've all got Heisman winners. Alabama trails. You guys want to take a look at something else? Oh, I overlooked that Tua's name's 103 because the hotel name's 103. How didn't I see that a second ago? His name syncs up with the location. Well, I'd say put another chip on the Tua stock. Kawana says, can we check out soccer? We can. Gonzaga, I think that's basketball you're talking about there. Army, Navy. All right. We'll save the soccer decode for the end, Kawana. So think about what game you want to look at. We'll do that at the end. We'll stick to the college right now, and then we'll close it out with the soccer since you asked. Did I get tonight's Lakers game right? I don't even know what happened tonight. It's close right now. We'll see what happens tonight. All right. So what was the first request, Gonzaga? Let me see what order we just had here. Caller.
Yeah, I have the information on where it was held in the past.
Yeah.
Did you find out anything?
I saw that last year it was at the same location.
Right. It said because of damage to the downtown athletics club facilities following 9/11, the 2001 award ceremony was moved to the New York Marriott Marquis in Times Square. But then it said after the DAC declared bankruptcy in 2002, the Yale Club hosted the presentation at its facility in 2002 and 2003. The ceremony moved to the Hilton, New York for 2004, and has been presented annually at the PlayStation Theater, formerly known as the Best Buy Theater and the Nokia Theater, Times Square, since 2005. So I guess in 2017 it went back to the Marriott Marquis.
Okay, good.
It said in 2017 the 83rd edition of the Heisman Trophy presentation will return to the Marquis Theater.
So that means we're number 84 this year. Okay, that's good information. I noticed that Marriott Marquis has the same gematria as Tua's last name. So.
Okay. And the first award was presented in 1935 by the Downtown Athletic Club in New York City. It was given to Jay Berwanger, and he was drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. That's, and then and on it goes. So, all right,
good information. Nice work. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Okay, so let me go back. What was the first request in order? So we had Gonzaga, then Army, Navy. We'll close it out with the soccer game tonight. Gonzaga, Tennessee, huh? Number 1 at number 7. Gonzaga equals 71. Gonzaga Bulldogs 71. Let's see. Here, I need to see their. They don't have a game before then, do they? They don't have another game before then, I hope. Arizona State had the worst basketball program when I went there. Oh, my goodness. Right, nothing there. Oh, wow. So Tennessee could become 7-1 with an upset. Well, that's a long road trip for them to be. Oh, wait, they're playing in Phoenix. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see. I'm already intrigued that Tennessee can become 7-1. And it's in Phoenix, too. Phoenix got that gematria 46 like Catholic also. This game's on Sunday. Let's see. December 9th, it does at least 22 days left in the year. Basketball number. Okay, let's think about it. Two. Three. All right. Okay. What is Tennessee? Are they the Volunteers? I think that's their name, the Volunteers. Let me double check. Pretty sure that's it. Volunteers. Okay, nothing jumping out there. Nothing jumping out there. All right, let's see. Phoenix. Phoenix got that 91 thing too. They could fall to 9-1 in Phoenix. Jerry Colangelo Classic. Colangelo. Jerry Colangelo. Jerry Colangelo Classics 91 too. Spell it right? Colangelo Classic. All right. Well, this is getting interesting. Talking Stick Resort Arena. Let's just see if there's anything there. Talking, what kind of name is that? Talking Sticks 46 too. I missed something. There's a lot of rhyme and reason to the records with the Tennessee upset. Let's see who they beat so far. I know they beat Duke in that tournament. All right, let's go back. Idaho State, nobody. Texas Southern, nobody. Texas A&M, I don't know, maybe not their year. Illinois played them tough. Yeah, man, Gonzaga's been beating teams up. North Dakota State, they don't matter. Creighton. Wow, they barely beat the Huskies? Maybe the Huskies are decent this year. Maybe they're back. The fact that they just barely beat Washington makes me think they're vulnerable. I think I do like Tennessee here. You know? They fall to 9-1 in Phoenix at the Jerry Colangelo Classic. What is this Jerry Colangelo Classic anyway? How's this work? No, I don't want that. How's this tournament work? Just a 4-team tournament, huh? The only thing, just to play devil's advocate, the only thing I can say is Gonzaga could become 10-0, and 10 equals 42 like Arizona. But these records with the Tennessee upset are juicier. Look at Volunteers again. Angelo's also 42. Actually, 10's also 39 like Arizona. I see that Colangelo's 39 and 42 as well. So I mean, there is a narrative for them to go 10-0, but 7-1 against Gonzaga. Remember, this was the big number that defined the tournament where Gonzaga lost to North Carolina. And then their record would make sense too, falling to 9-1 in Phoenix at the Jerry Colangelo Classic. So I think I'm feeling it there. All right, all right. What was the other request? Army, Navy, that was the other request, right? Army, Navy. All right, what's up with Army, Navy? This is the only college football game tomorrow? Just thinking about these records already. Let's come back. All right, let's get some date numerology. 58. One, two. All right, Army. Navy. Army, Navy football head-to-head record. Army won it last year by a point. All right, so it's going to be the 119th meeting. All right, let's see here. Okay. Black Knights. Wait a minute, who leads this thing? So Navy can pick up their 61st win. That's a big deal because 61's the 18th prime and we're in 2018. That matters. And it's in Philadelphia. I already like Navy. I'm going to look at it more, but I just already like Navy. For the Navy win, they're 4-9, and then Army falls to the magic number 9-3. Wow, Army's the 6.5-point favorite, huh? The temperature's the date numerology. Perfect. Okay. Army Black Knights. Black Knights. And the Navy Midshipmen. Navy Midshipmen. Okay, 71. Midshipmen. You see how it's 52? Army's next win against them will be 52, but I see that there's one H in there. H is the 19th letter in reverse, and there's the rule for H. So midshipmen's also 61. Let's see. Navy football head coach. The Navy football coach, his name equals 65. Philadelphia is also 65. It's interesting. His name's 133 and 43, like football too. Let's see, what's his coaching record? Well, the Navy coach could pick up his 58th loss on a date with 58 numerology. So that's noteworthy. His birthday is May 8th, too. That's funny. May 8th. Born in 65. Let's see. Okay. I go back and look at those names. All right, I don't see any. Or wait, I don't have the what are they? The Army Black Knights. Name didn't stick. It's funny that Army's a 6.5-point favorite in Philadelphia too, because Philadelphia is 65. Okay, let's check out the Army coach. Jeff Monken. Okay. All right, let's see. So he can get his 34th win or 29th loss. Come back and look at our numbers. His 62nd game will be against Navy, 62. Midshipman. Yeah, that was it. Oops, Knights. Okay. Nothing jumping out so much about his stats. April 15th. The game is on his, if you do the span, it's his 34th week of his age, and he's going for that 34th win. Check the Lincoln equals 34. Lincoln Financial Field. Just make the note that Lincoln equals 34. It's only part of the name. It's not really the full name. I think out of the riddles we see here on the board, the one that makes the most sense is for the underdog to pick up their 61st win in the series in Philadelphia in 2018. I know they always play in Philadelphia, but just 61 the 18th prime. I mean, this game's only going to happen once in 2018, and the opportunity's there on the board. So I favor that narrative. Let me come back to the chat, see what you guys think. Trump's going to be at the game tomorrow. He's not a military guy, though, so I don't know how to use that as a clue. Well, let me just run the gematria again real quick, make sure nobody had a 45 connection up there. I guess Black Knights is 45, huh? Trump's going to be at the game. That's the Army name. Midshipmen are 110 like president and 52 like president. What's up, caller?
Zach, I'm reading something here about this game on NBC Sports Online. It seems that they're wearing new uniforms. And let me just read this real quick, see if it means anything. It says, Army will be wearing a uniform designed by Nike to pay tribute to soldiers in the 1st Infantry Division, as this is the 100th anniversary of the division that played an integral part in bringing World War I to a close. It says it was the first permanent division in the Army and the first to fight in World War I. The attention to detail on the uniform shows a few special touches to honor the 1st Division, including the symbol of a black lion on the sleeve and a path representing the unit's official mascot, Rags.
That black lion detail stands out. Black lion happens to some to 34, like how the Army coach is going for his 34th win.
Now, Navy, on the other hand, Navy's uniform is designed by Under Armour for this game. It says it will be a bit to a traditional look for the midshipmen, although this year's uniform pays honor to Bill the Goat, the mascot for the Academy. It's Bill, not Billy the Goat, Bill the Goat. And it says closer inspection of the uniform is said to tell the story of the mascot and the Academy itself. The most noticeable detail will be the Navy helmet, which features the iconic goat logo on a blue dome with a gold chrome face mask.
I know Under Armour equals 50. I like the date numerology. GOAT has gematria 43 like football.
And it's at Lincoln Financial Field, but that's Eagles play. You knew that, right?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. I thought the details of the mascots were kind of weird, so I thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, good information. Appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, take care. Does Navy typically have a goat on their logo? Because I just know that goats are for sacrifice, but I just can't come off that 61 thing. 61 the 18th prime. How are they not going to do that in 2018? So. Oh, yeah, we got to look at the QBs. Got to finish this decode. Oh, shoot. I'm not supposed to close these tabs. Got to come back and do those things later. Malcolm Perry, that's his name? Malcolm Perry. Malcolm Perry, 61. How about that? And 65 like Philadelphia. Score another 61 for Navy. All right. No, that's not the right guy. His birthday's probably not out there. Calvin Hopkins, thank you. Thank you, Dave. Calvin Hopkins. We don't have his date of birth. It's blank. Okay. He's 13-4. Oh, that's a big deal there. That's a big deal that the Army QB's 13-4, because what's the big number in Philadelphia? 135. So if he loses, he's 13-5. That is a big number in Philadelphia. What do I got up here? Where'd this window come from? For anyone who doesn't know why 135 is the number in Philadelphia, it's because the city was established on a date with 135 numerology, and in the Bible, where there's the story about Philadelphia, it's referenced in regards to the key of David, which equals 135. And then you got things like the Eagles theme song is "Fly Eagles Fly" 135. Carson Wentz set the rookie record, no interceptions until his 135th pass, which got picked. And then you got like Kobe Bean Bryant, a big Philadelphia star, 135, and I forget. There's even more, but it's just a number that comes up a lot in Philadelphia. So that Army QB can fall to 13-5. Hold up. What was let's see what Malcolm Perry's stats are. How come the thing didn't come up for him? How come that button didn't come up for him? There we go. He's 12-15. Well, he's used to losing a lot more, but I don't know. I still think it's going to be his lucky day. So just to play devil's advocate with the Army QB, I mean, 135 is the number in Philadelphia. He could become 14-4 with a win, and this game is the day after Pearl Harbor Day, 144. And when you write out 44, it sums to 144, and military's 44. But still, just going with what I know about Philadelphia, I like Navy in this one. It's that whole 61 thing. So come back to the chat, see if anybody else has anything to say. Wow. So, okay. So the Spurs outscored the Lakers by 23 days from LeBron's birthday. What I mentioned before I did tonight's game, I should have thought more about that because the Spurs could have picked up their 89th win tonight, and they did on the day leaving 24 days left in the year. King James 89, and 89 is the 24th prime. The money's riding on Army, huh? The money's on Army. Arsenal versus Southampton. All right, we'll do it at the end of the night. Got it. Navy 133 weeks in the AP poll. Football 133. Army and Navy aren't playing. Have they already played each other once this year? But their last meeting was last year. Yeah, well, okay. I guess you're just talking about other games they had this season. Navy can pick up their 45th win in 88 Philadelphia games. That's very interesting. That's a good stat right there. Well, to the 13 thing with LeBron, could that be a sign for Tua? Maybe. But we know that 13 is just a big number there with King James himself. And that's why I favored the Lakers tonight, because there were so many 13s on the board for that game. So I thought the Lakers might become 16-9. 169 is the square root of 13. But well, 135 super relevant to Philadelphia. I don't know if you can use it for too many other things, but just in Philadelphia's history, it's a big one. Yeah, Navy would seem to tie into Pearl Harbor more. Yeah, I agree. But then again, the Navy Army game is probably typically around the anniversary of Pearl Harbor. So that Navy admiral was the big story last weekend. His death. Here, let me look at his name. Let me go back and look at that guy. What's his name? Sterney, like the stern of a boat. Is that how we spelled it? There's an E in there. Sterney. Oh, yeah, he was 58 years old. The game's on 58 date numerology. He died 41 days after his birthday, the 13th prime. Chicago, Illinois. He went to Notre Dame. Okay. They're having quite the football season. Where's his name at? All right. It's the 119th game, isn't it? Yeah, it's the 119th game. His name equaled 119. If Army loses, they fall to 4-9. Or wait. No. Hold on. Which one is it? Let me come back and see. If Navy wins, they improve to 4-9. Navy wins, they improve to 4-9. Scott Sterney, 49. I mean, what are the odds that his name's 119, dead the weekend before the game, 119th matchup? There wasn't any 61s, though, was there? I just can't come off that 61. Remember what happened in the 16 beating the 1 seed? That was the 136th, 16 verse 1, and 136 is the 16th triangular number, and that game was on March 16th. So the numbers were right for that upset. That's funny. Navy Army basketball play on January 19th. Huh. Ninja wants to know what he missed. Here's what we went over so far. We looked at the Heisman. We're fairly certain it's going to be Tua or Murray. Tua has the better birthday alignment, and his name matches the venue. Alabama has won the least Heismans compared to Oklahoma and Ohio State. If Oklahoma won it again, it would be back-to-back years for them. That doesn't happen very often. And Tua had the most dominant Alabama offense ever. So Kyler Murray's got the name in the right year of class. Often the junior wins it. He's the only junior. So we covered that. We're thinking Gonzaga gets upset by Tennessee. Tennessee can prove to 7-1. Gonzaga 71. Gonzaga Bulldogs 71. Gonzaga falls to 9-1 in Phoenix 91 at the Jerry Colangelo Classic 91. And now we're looking at is that all we've decoded? I felt like we decoded something else. Maybe that is all we've covered. And then we're looking at this Navy Army. And Navy can get their 61st win in the series, the 18th prime to close out 2018 in Philadelphia 61. Their school name equals 61. Their QB equals 61. And then a win would seemingly sync up with the death of the Navy admiral who died last week. So I guess that's what you missed out on. Three and 10. The date does have 31 numerology. 3 and 10 does kind of look like 31. It's possible. But that 61-18 thing, that's the one that screams out at me. Again, when you doubt the prime numbers, at least it seems in my history that when you doubt the prime numbers, you often get burned. And like, for example, tonight in the Spurs-Lakers game, I doubted the prime number relationship because I pointed out that today had 37 date numerology and the Spurs could get their 12th win, 37, the 12th prime, and they'd get it over Los Angeles 37. But I saw all those 13s on the board, and I thought that would go in LA's favor. But obviously it didn't. LA lost by 13, and the Spurs did get their 12th win. So prime numbers will take you to the promised land more often than not. That's my experience. And tonight I outsmarted myself. And also they picked up their the Spurs picked up their 89th regular season win on the day leaving 24 days left in the year, 89 the 24th prime. So I overlooked two. Well, I didn't overlook them. I doubted them because I thought the 13 riddle would be better. Oh, okay. Red Medallion saying the Arsenal Southampton game is we could decode that next weekend instead of doing it today. I see. D'Angelo's pointing out that the coach, his name was also 49. You sure you got his name spelled right? Why do I feel like I looked at different numbers last time? I think he spelled his name wrong. I think that's how you spell his name. Yeah, this is how you spell his name. You got to make sure you get the spelling right. Otherwise, you'll be in a world of pain. An 11-month-old German Shepherd. That could be cool. General John Kelly resigned today, huh? Good catch, Jeremy. Jeremy wrote Gonzaga coach's next loss is 119 and volunteers equals 119. Well, now you're talking my language, Jeremy, because I was already liking this Gonzaga upset. Has the My Sports bookie put out potential names for their baby? We can do it, Dave. We can do it, Dave. Yeah, it seems like anytime I doubt the prime numbers, I'm here explaining why I was dumb to doubt the prime numbers. So I don't know why I do it sometimes. Sometimes I just think I see a greater riddle. There were just so many 13s that stacked tonight for the Lakers. I was like, I got to ride that 13 wave. And then they lose by 13. So obviously there was something to the 13 riddle. It just wasn't in their favor. It's 106 days before Peyton Manning's birthday, and Tennessee equals 106. That's really interesting. I mean, Peyton Manning didn't play basketball, but that is interesting. It's probably he's got to be one of the biggest stars from that college program. Well, Kiwana, since it's next week, it's probably better to wait till then, because sometimes like a headline emerges or an injury or some detail that gives a clue in the story. Can you wait until next Friday? Because we'll be back at it next Friday, and that'll be before the game is played. Jeremy points out the Tennessee coach's name equals 71 as well. Wow. All right, we'll do it then, Kiwana. You got it. Jewish reduction. Well, I don't use Jewish reduction in my sports decodes or any decodes, actually, but there is a guy who's been in my ear all year, and he said Jewish reduction's been leading him to the money. And I don't know if it's beginner's luck or if there's something there. Good point there, Aaron. Good point. All right. What game do we want to look at next? I think we covered the games you guys asked for. I know somebody's got a request. Probably no point decoding Nevada versus Arizona State, because if it starts in just a few minutes, you can't get a bet in on it or anything. All right, so we have a different soccer request. We'll do a soccer game at the end of tonight. We'll stick with the college for now. DePaul came in, then Georgia, Syracuse. Bill the Goat 322, huh? That's funny. I assume this is the game you want. DePaul at Northwestern. All right, let's see here. Why's that not coming up? Wasn't the DePaul game tomorrow? Why is that not coming up? Why is it not showing this game? Huh. That's really interesting that ESPN doesn't have that game up here. Okay. DePaul. All right, so DePaul has a connection to the date. Blue Demons. Two connections to the date. All right. Northwestern. Wildcats. I don't see that they have a connection to the date. All right. Hmm. So 20 and 12. Nothing they played was. So this will be the 33rd matchup. All right. Basketball. 92 and 100. So DePaul's coach is 92 and 100 with DePaul, and 177 and 195 all time. And his name. See anything jumping out about his name for tomorrow? Collins. $80. Okay. What he's looking for. And all right, nothing's jumping out here so far. Check these guys' birthdays. Chris Collins' birthday was April 1st. May 18th. Nothing jumped out that was major about this because neither coach's win record syncs with the upcoming win or loss for them that I noticed. The only thing I'm thinking about is how there's 20 date numerology and DePaul's at 20 wins. I need these team win records. That's what I need. Paul is 5-1. 5. They're 0-1 on the road. Wow, they've only played one road game. So 6-3 and 4-1 at home. Right. Let's look one more time. Paul Demons. Northwestern does equal 64. That could fall to 6-4. Okay. Wildcats. Wildcats. I didn't see a lot of information that lined up the either way. I mean, probably the most interesting thing is that Northwestern equals 64, and they could fall to 6-4. But with just that little of information, you can't have a lot of faith in that. So have a good night, Aaron. Have a good night, Crystal. Okay, so this whole time that this isn't even a good decode, huh? I see, I see. Well, you know what? We really should be using the Jewish calendar because we even saw the opening night of the NFL. We knew it was the 26th ritual already, but then we also found out it was the 26th day of the Jewish month. So, yeah, we probably really should be using the Jewish calendar just to find an extra, and perhaps that type of overlap happens more often than we think. We haven't gone over the Super Bowl yet. We've been following the riddles. Georgetown, Syracuse. Okay, let's see. NBA. Is this game Sunday? Why's this game not coming up? Okay, here we go. So Syracuse is 11-point favorite. Georgetown's at 7-1. The Catholic number, Jesuit school there. No. It's current as of December 4th, 2018. All right, looks like it is. 50 wins, 43 losses. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. Okay, hold up. I do see something. I remember this number from the other week. Syracuse Orange 63. And this number came up in the Notre Dame game. I think somebody picked up their forget, was it their 63rd win over Syracuse? Oh. So Syracuse is the big favorite, but they could fall to 6-3. And Syracuse also equals 51. They can either get their 51st win or fall to 5-1 at home. Something. Thinking about that. Syracuse Orange is also 81 if you take into account the rule for S. Georgetown could improve to 8-1 with an upset. Let's see. Big numbers. Let's see. Oh, that's right. I forgot Patrick Ewing was the coach at Georgetown now. Patrick Ewing 71 fitting, and he's got the team at 7-1. Is it Syracuse 39? No, it's not. New York is, though. Think about how Ewing played for the Knicks. MSG 39, Madison Square Garden. Ewing played for. Whoop. Patrick Ewing. Hold on. George is 39. Georgetown. I'm surprised Syracuse is such a big favorite in this game in light of Georgetown's record. They must have had weaker opponents or something. But does this I just wonder if it has I wonder if this MCube site has college just to see what a team's record is. Aha. Right. Yeah, it doesn't show the away. I'm not even sure. What? Something's wrong with those stats. All right. Well, there are numbers on the board to suggest that Georgetown could upset Syracuse. The both teams' win records would make sense if Georgetown got the W. I'm just wondering about Ewing in his 39th game. And game. Oh, hit the wrong button again. If there's games you guys want to look at, you guys should make the request for the games when because I usually take the list from the beginning. Okay, here's what I'm going to do in future weeks when we do Friday Night Live Decodes. I'm going to make an audio file reminding that it will be Friday Night Live Decode, like just a quick, when I upload the voice thing. And then I'll remind in there to leave your picks and then leave comments. So if like there's a game that a bunch of you are in agreement in, so we'll already have all the picks that we're going to line up, and we'll try to get the top 5. And then if we have time for more than 5, that's what we'll do. So for all future weeks, we'll have our games lined up before we actually get here. And I thought this week we were going to focus on college football. I said that's what we should do, but that's not what happened. So we were going to look at the bowl games and get ahead of ourselves and start working at the narratives. Michigan State versus Florida. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So Spartans, let's see. Gators. Gainesville. Tom Izzo. Record. College basketball is not something I'm used to decoding outside of the tournament. I usually only decode college basketball when it comes to the tournament. But so let's see. Who's Florida Gators basketball coach? Really, that's all the times they played each other, huh? Eighth game. All right. So, I mean, the most meaningful numbers I saw is that Florida could fall to 5-4 against the Spartans, 54, and MSU, Michigan State University, could improve to 5-3 in the series. Out of all the other numbers I typed in, nothing really jumped out. Mark White's also 54, the coach of Florida. There's some rhyme and reason to that. Florida could fall to 3-1 at home with 31 numerology. So, yeah, I think I like Michigan State there. Plus, they're a ranked program. So everything that makes sense. They're just consistently good under Tom Izzo. So, yeah, I mean, there's some numerical reasoning. New England equals 45. Tom Brady playing to 45. All right, hold up. Somebody asked for a soccer game. What was the soccer game they wanted again? There's one for tomorrow. It was Red Medallion who asked. Red Medallion. Manchester City at Chelsea. All right. Let's see here. All right, so we got the same date numerology going on here. Wow, Manchester City undefeated, huh? All right. Manchester City citizens. Chelsea. The Blues. The record right now, 9-2. 9 wins, 2 losses. The Blues, 92. Pensioners. I'm just thinking about how this nickname Pensioners has gematria of should spell it right. Pensioners, yeah. The 16th prime. This will be their 16th game. Manchester City's 16th game also. Let's see. My girlfriend's calling me. I told her I'd be done at 9. We'll finish this one and we'll call it a night. Let's see. Games won. All right. Is that right? Chelsea. So they've won. All right. They lead all time. So what is that? 121, 150 games. Wait, is that right? 160 games. 160 games all time. Okay. Pensioners is also 136, the 16th triangular. So their nickname has 2 connections to 16. I just wonder if there could be some magic here in this 16th game of the season. Might just try out this Man City since it's written that way a lot. Man City's 31 like that, huh? Their manager's 47 this year, starting off 13-0. Oh, let's see here. So this is going to be his 137th game. Hmm. All right. Can't there just be a website that just shows this guy's record? I don't understand why this is so hard to come by. Wikipedia have it? Hmm. Does he not face Manchester? How's that possible? Must be in the wrong league. Oh, come on, man. Focus, Faith. We went through most of the games already. I was trying to do this. Somebody asked if we could do a Premier League game, but I'm having trouble finding the stats there to do that. So here, just real quick review of what we went through. Let's come back. Games we looked at. So we looked at the Heisman Trophy first. That was the first thing people were interested in. And we noticed that Kyler Murray, if he won, it would be back-to-back Heisman winners for the Oklahoma Sooners. His name Murray's 33, like Sooners 33, like Heisman 33. He's a junior. Throughout history, it has been a lot of junior winners for the Heisman. It's the only year that has 33 gematria. But we noticed that Tua has a really great alignment with his birthday. It's 281 days after his birthday. That's the 60th prime. Trophy equals 60. The location has 103 gematria, like Tua's name. What else was it about Tua? The date numerology connects to Alabama and Oklahoma, also Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where Alabama is. And we have 20 date numerology. Tua is the only 20-year-old. So I think out of these three schools, Alabama, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Alabama's only won 2 times, and they were both in the last decade. This would be the first Alabama QB to win the Heisman, and Alabama had their greatest offense ever. So I think there's a strong chance Tua pulls it out. His birthday alignment is nice. Last year was easy to see. It was Baker Mayfield equaled 239, and the Heisman Award was 239 days after his birthday. But this year it's not quite that clear. Tennessee Gonzaga. I think Tennessee has a strong chance to pull the upset here. Their coach's name equals 71. They can drop Gonzaga to their first loss by improving to 7-1. Gonzaga equals 71. Gonzaga Bulldogs 71. They're a Catholic school, Gonzaga. Catholic 71. Gonzaga would fall to 9-1 in Phoenix, and Phoenix equals 91. So does Jerry Colangelo Classic 91. So I think there's a strong chance for the upset there. The 7 seed versus the 1 seed. The one thing about Gonzaga going 10-0 is Arizona would be a good place to pick up the 10th win. So that's Gonzaga's narrative. Navy Army. This is the 119th matchup. The Navy admiral who supposedly committed suicide, his name equals 119. His surname equals 49. Navy can improve to 4-9. If Navy wins, it'll be their 61st win in the series. 61, the 18th prime. The game's in Philadelphia. Philadelphia, 61. Their nickname, Midshipman, 61. Their quarterback's name, Malcolm Perry, 61. The Army coach, he's in his 34th week from his age, going for his 34th win at Lincoln Financial Field. Lincoln's 34. The name of what's on their uniform, the Black Lion, is 34 too. The Army coach's 62nd game, Navy 62. I like that the Army QB can fall to 13-5 in Philadelphia with a loss. Philadelphia established on a date with 135 numerology. Big number throughout Philadelphia's history. We covered that earlier. So, somebody asked for this DePaul Northwestern matchup. Not a lot of information there, but Northwestern can fall to 6-4, and Northwestern does equal 64. Georgetown, Syracuse. Not a lot of information here either. to go off of, but Syracuse Orange does equal 63 as well as 81. Georgetown could improve to 8-1 with an upset, and Syracuse could fall to 6-3. Syracuse is a big favorite in this game at home. Syracuse also sums to 51. They can pick up their 51st win all time against Georgetown, or they can fall to 5-1 at home. So it's also Patrick Ewing's 39th game as the coach of Georgetown. He played ball at New York. New York's got the gematria 39. You know, he's back in New York to face Syracuse. This would be a big win for Patrick Ewing right here. And it could happen. 8-1, that's the ritual number. Michigan State, Florida. Michigan State's got good numbers to win this game over Florida. And Chelsea over Manchester City. I can't find the manager records. And so I can't do it without that. I would love to listen to the ocean right now, too. That's my favorite sound. When I'm by the ocean, I can't hear the ringing in my ear. The ocean is louder than the ringing. The number to call is 509-731-0567. Here, I'll write it down. 509-731-0567. All right, you guys, we can wrap it up. Oh, here, somebody is calling. Okay. New Jersey, huh? What's going on, New Jersey?
Yeah, hey, I wanted to say that if you look up Premier League coach head-to-head, you could see the two coaches, and you could look at the teams. All right, guys, we can wrap it up. You could look at the teams in between and what games they played, and then you can see the records between the two teams.
Okay, let me see here. All right, Premier League club head-to-head records and stats. Is that the one?
Yeah, just type in Premier League coach head-to-head.
Okay.
And head-to-head records and stats should come up.
Okay. And so I'm going to add some clubs here.
And it's that one right there, yeah. It should be that one.
All right, so I want Manchester. Or no, I want Manchester City is what I want.
Yeah, and Chelsea.
Hold on, I want to get rid of this one. Chelsea. All right.
The blue one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I switched it out. So
this should be a pretty big game, especially since Man City is undefeated.
Right, that's what I see. So Chelsea has done well against Manchester City in history. That's what I see.
Yeah, because Manchester City was recently, like in the past 5 years, bought by like some rich oil country. So they're owned by them. So then now they can just buy whatever players they want to buy, and so they just kind of buy the league.
I see. So they become a lot better team. They're like the Yankees.
Better.
They're like the Yankees.
Out of nowhere. Yep, exactly.
Well, I still don't see the manager records here.
The Chelsea coach just came to the Premier League, and then the Man City coach has only been there for maybe 2 or 3 years. So I don't think there's too much head-to-head between them, because I don't think they've ever been in the same league.
Okay. Well, the stats I had up earlier were their season stats. I saw that Manchester City's undefeated, 13 wins, 2 draws, and Chelsea's got 9 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses. But yeah, without like some more information, it's hard to make a call. I noticed that Chelsea's nickname is the Pensioners.
Yeah, and the blues also matches up, and Man City also. I think Man City matches up with 31, and I think the Blues matches up with something as well. That's why, like, when I was looking at it, it was kind of like I see something for both of them. I don't see like the pensioners you pointed out. I didn't notice that, but the Blues for Chelsea, there's a number, and for Man City, I believe 31.
The Blues, what stood out is the Blues is 9-2, like how their record, or it's 92, like how their record's 9-2 right now, not counting the draws.
Yeah.
The pensioners, the thing about that nickname pensioners is it equals 53 and 136. 53 is the 16th prime, 136 is the 16th triangular, and this is their 16th game of the season. I just wonder if they could work some magic there. But
well, because for right there where I see now, you have it for 12/8, so you have it for today when the game is for tomorrow.
Oh shoot, I got the wrong date numero.
Yeah.
Well, wait, no, tomorrow is December 8th.
Oh yeah, I'm already a day ahead. Yeah, well, I'm already in Saturday. That's my fault.
That's all right. It's late. Yeah, so I just don't think there's enough information here to make any confident pick.
So my question is, like, when you see something like that, because what I've noticed in the past is when I can't see something clear and defined, it's usually like a tie. So that's why I was like, I don't know when to like know when a game is going to be a tie, because when I can't see anything definitive for a team, it typically comes out as a tie.
Well, that's something to follow. I don't know how to determine if a game's going to be a tie. You know, if I see a strong narrative for a team, then I feel confident about a pick. The only thing I could say about Chelsea is they're 66, 55, and 39 all time. They lead this series. If they got their 67th win, given Manchester City their first loss, 67's the 19th prime and 19's the 8th prime, and the game is on the 8th, but I'm not sure about two prime number skips like that. That's not something I'm used to doing. So that might be something to watch for tomorrow. If they do pick up their 67th win, that might be the strongest correlation just through the prime number relationship. But without some like manager history or some star player information,
more information is hard to know.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, keep in mind if Chelsea can pull out that 67th win tomorrow, the things to keep in mind again are the prime number relationship and just the fact that it was the 16th game because of how that goes with their nickname. So,
okay, I'll pay attention tomorrow and I'll shout it out in the chat or something.
Cool. All right, you have a good one, man.
You too, thanks.
Take care. Welcome. All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 Eastern. We'll do all the Sunday games and try to have another great weekend. ASU, that's my school. All right, you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody's welcome. You take care, all.